WCVH proudly presents CV Today.
Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, January 18th.
Now over to Lexi with some more announcements.
Thank you. The quote of the day today is, "Cultivate dependability and you will always have responsibilities," by Roy L. Smith. Today's weather is sunny with a high of 33 and a low of 21. Today's lunch is French toast sticks and the hot combo is grilled chicken sandwich. Tomorrow's lunch is chicken patty on roll with no hot combo. Now over to headline news.
Never been so shocked in my life. Broke my heart. Broke all of our hearts. And I just pray that they'll take care of the kids.
That was Brenda Taylor's reaction after her niece, Louise Turpin, was arrested for allegedly imprisoning her children. Brenda says Louise grew up here in southern West Virginia, but left in her teenage years.
She was about 16 years old. So when she got married, I think, and left here. And she's 47 now, so what's that, 26 years ago? It's probably when they left here. Her and David.
That was the last time she heard from Louise. But in the last 24 hours, Louise has been dominating the headlines across the nation and sending Brenda and her family on an emotional roller coaster. Brenda says their family had no idea what was happening in Turpin's home.
I would have been the first one to send the cops to that house. I didn't even know where she lived. I couldn't have sent them if I'd wanted to. But I could have given them a name and they could have tracked them down had I never dreamed them kids were being tormented.
Her only hope is that justice will be served for the sake of the Turpin's children.
I didn't know they were tormented. And I hope, and I don't care who knows this, I hope they prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law, even if she is my niece. Because them kids don't deserve it.
I'm Sophia Steed, reporting.
Attention all students that are either turning 16 in the next few months or older. Our driver's education courses are currently having open enrollment from now through Wednesday, January 31st. Please see Mrs. Young in the attendance office for information on enrolling. The next open enrollment period will be the first 3 weeks in May. Now over to a video about Martin Luther King Jr.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929, and graduated as the valedictorian of Crozier Theological Seminary in 1951. King became pastor of a Baptist church in Montgomery, Alabama, and later completed his Ph.D.
Martin Luther King was a religious man. He was a pastor. He looked at racism and all of the so-called separate but equal laws and the terrible treatment of people of color in the United States. And he said, this is absolutely wrong. This is against God's will. This is not recognizing the dignity of peoples. And he made us all face that in very powerful ways.
On the eve of Rosa Parks' refusal to move to the back of a city bus in 1955, King was chosen to lead a citywide bus boycott. 2 years later, King and a group of civil rights activists formed the Southern Christian Leadership Conference to conduct nonviolent protests for civil rights.
When Martin Luther King led the Alabama boycott, that was a major turning point in the fight for civil rights. What you saw was people who had been fractionized coming together as one, walking together with others joining the fight. This was when people, America, the world, stood up and said, whoa, what are we looking at here? An amazing time.
Inspired by Gandhi's activism, King worked with the SCLC to organize black voters and civil rights protests. In 1963, King was arrested at a march in Alabama. During his prison time, King wrote a rebuttal to an article denouncing his methods. His longhand notes on the margins of the newspaper became known as Letter from Birmingham Jail and was famously republished and studied in colleges across the country.
Martin Luther King was a man of God who believed that that calling necessitated social change in the present. And he put his life on the line for that calling.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty, we are free at last!
On August 28, 1963, King led more than 20,000 people in a massive demonstration at the Lincoln Memorial, where his speech, "I Have a Dream," became a defining moment in civil rights history. Through his work, King helped pass the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and received the Nobel Peace Prize that same year.
Martin Luther King, according to Time in 1963, personified the civil rights movement. He took on one of the greatest challenges of his time and was one of the people that most influenced this very transformative time in American history.
Although King faced criticism from more militant black leaders, he continued his peaceful efforts toward both racial and economic justice. After delivering his "I've Been to the Mountaintop" speech at a rally in Memphis, King was assassinated the next day on April 4, 1968, while standing at the balcony of his motel room.
King's assassination was, I think, devastating for many people. But there's also a rising level of organization, and many people, King's assassination galvanizes them into many kind of black power movements across the country, many anti-poverty movements. So it's both a moment of despair, but also a moment of political flowering.
Posthumously, King was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1977 and a Congressional Gold Medal in 2004. Today, the Martin Luther King Jr. National Holiday continues to be honored on the third Monday of every January.
Seniors, there are 2 new scholarships that are now available in the guidance office. The 2018 Student View Scholarship Program is offering $11,000 worth of scholarships to high school seniors who plan to attend a 4-year college, community/junior college, or career school. The scholarship deadline is April 22nd. The 2018 Hartman Scholarship is also available. The $2,500 scholarship is open to any graduating senior who is continuing on to pursue a college degree. Applications must be received by May 21st. Now over to an announcement about the talent show.
Hi, CV. It's been a while since we've been here, so I feel like we should just go around the room and make some introductions. I'm Miss Mac, and I enjoy long walks on short beaches and puzzles.
I'm Mr. Shank, and I'm a huge Ryan Gosling fan.
Okay, so we're in charge of student council, and we just want to remind you that there's a talent show happening this year again. CV's Got Talent happened last year. If you don't know about it, you weren't there, that was your first mistake. Your second mistake would be not coming this year. The talent show is March 3rd. It's a Saturday night at 7 p.m. Okay, so Sharpie that in your planner. And Mr. Shank's going to tell you about how you could possibly get into the talent show if you have the talent.
Alright, so if you have 0 talent and you're not even interested in signing up to audition for the talent show and you're just thinking about tickets, that will come later. What we're talking about right now is getting acts to audition for the talent show. We have a bunch of acts already signed up for auditions, but if you want to be in the talent show, you must sign up for auditions. How do you do that, Mr. Shank? Man, I'm glad you asked. You should have all received an email to your school email account probably a month ago. Actually, it was before Christmas, with a link to sign up. We're doing all the sign-ups digitally. If you don't know where that email is, you can go to the Student Council Twitter page, or you can go to the bulletin board right outside of the cafeteria. Student Council bulletin board out there has the link that you can type in. If you don't know how to do any of those things, come talk to either me, Mr. Shank, or her, Miss Mac. We will walk you through getting signed up, but you must sign up for auditions if you want to be in the talent show. We don't care how talented you are. If you just show up on the night of March 3rd, the night of the talent show, too bad. You can buy a ticket like everybody else and watch your talented classmates. So we're looking for every type of talent. If you can ride a unicycle and juggle knives, maybe swap the knives out for something else, but we're interested. If you can sing really well, we're interested. If you have a dance group, we're interested. If you have a band, I don't think people have bands anymore. It's like a thing that, unless you were Mr. Brubaker in high school, that's about it. But if you have a band or want to make a band real quick, do that. If you, whatever. The point is, we're looking for talent. We want variety. Show us what you got. It can be funny and serious, yes. The deadline for signing up for auditions is, the deadline is actually Friday, which is tomorrow, but because of all these weird days we've had in the past, as snow days and 1 hour delays or 2 hour delays, we'll extend it to Monday of next week. So you just need to sign up for auditions. Auditions will happen the last week of January. You will be contacted once you sign up. If you have any questions, please talk to me or Miss Met. Anything else you want to say, Miss Met? Have a great second semester, CV.
The Irvin L. Steele Nursing Scholarship applications are available in the guidance office. 2 nursing scholarships of $1,000 each are being offered to graduating high school students residing within the Lancaster or Chester County who will be entering the nursing profession upon their 2018 graduation from high school. All completed applications must be submitted to the guidance office to be mailed no later than April 16th. Any boy interested in participating on the 2018 CV boys tennis team should sign up outside the athletic office. Sign-ups will continue until Wednesday, February 7th, 2018. There will also be a short meeting held on that same Wednesday, February 7th after school. The meeting will be held at the high school in one of the health rooms for all the boys who plan on playing on the team in the spring. The meeting is scheduled to start at 3:20. Now over to your viral video.
This is your viral video of the week. That was your viral video of the week.
Seniors, the Anna Woodside Scholarship is now available in the guidance office. Applicants must be high school seniors who reside within central Pennsylvania and must enroll full-time at an accredited college, university, or vocational technical school in the United States for the fall term of the 2018-19 school year. The deadline for the scholarship is March 16th. Now over to the word of the day.
So much fun.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I've always wanted to do skydiving.
I know.
What are you guys talking about? Skydiving?
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun.
I'm afraid of heights.
Oh, come on. It'll be cool.
I mean, if you guys are going, I guess I'll go.
Woo!
I wanted to go bowling.
Whoa!
I hate this and my deference. That's so dumb.
Yeah, I guess I'm a disappointment. Doing everything I can, I don't wanna make you disappointed. It's annoying. I just wanna make you feel like everything I ever did was never trying to make an issue for you. But I guess the more you thought about everything, you were never even wrong in the first place, right? Yeah, I'ma just ignore you, walking towards you. With my head down, looking at the ground, I'm embarrassed for you. Paranoia, what did I do wrong this time? That's parents for you, very loyal. Should've had my back, but you put a knife in my hands. What else should I carry for you? I care for you, but the heads right now. I wish that I could say I'm proud. Sorry that I let you down.
There's an away rifle meet against Elizabethtown at 4, dismissal at 2.
There's an away bowling match against Manhattan Central at 3:30, dismissal at 2.
There's an away swimming meet against Lancaster Catholic at 7:30.
There's an away wrestling meet against Hempfield at 7.
There's an away girls basketball game against Manhattan Township at 7:30.
There's a home boys basketball game against Manhattan Township at 7:30.
Come out and support the Bucks.
Now over to sports highlights.
End zone. Pass is caught for the touchdown, Kamara.
The defense, prior to the pass holding, defense number 23. That penalty is declined.
Knocking themselves out of range. Throws it up for grabs again, and it's incomplete. Rudolph the target. This for the lead. Drilled it. And the Saints are back on top. Let his own guys move. 1st and 15. Pass to Diggs. First down. They got to use a timeout, I would think.
And he turns around. Heck, nobody's there. And he's off to the races, and it's pandemonium.
61 brilliant yards for Stephon Diggs. And Case Keenum has just taken the Minnesota Vikings to the NFC Championship game.
That's all the announcements we have for you today.
On behalf of WCVH, I'm Allison.
Alongside Andrew.
And this is CV Today.
Have a Triplet Thursday. Triplets.
Someday these will be the good old days. All the love you forget, and all these reckless nights you'll regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band. I was thinking about the fans.